Why I gotta ask for flowers? I deserve roses, I deserve bigger. I know you're trying to change.
Hey guys, what's up? So I have a bit of a different video for you guys today, and it is all about this right here. So you guys, especially for those of you who don't know me like in real life, this is your first time seeing my hair straightened. So yes, in all the videos prior to this, my curly hair, that is my natural hair texture. This is flat ironed hair. I've been actually having my hair flat ironed for a little over 2 weeks now, so it's been a while. It actually needs to be washed, so that's why I kind of really wanted to film this video for you guys while it's still straight. And basically the reason I'm filming this video is because I get asked, not necessarily by you guys on YouTube, but just in everyday life, by family members, just a lot of people I come into contact with, how I grew my hair so long, especially for those who knew me for a while. My hair has not always been this long, so I get a lot of questions on how I got my hair this long and how it's so healthy, because that's the main thing I want to stress. Healthy hair is like the best hair. It's not about length. I never was concerned about length. It was always the health of my hair for me. So just a little bit of history about me and my hair. I've never had a relaxer or a perm, as some people may call it, so I never had chemically relaxed hair. Anytime my hair's been straight, it's because I flat ironed it or someone else flat ironed it. So yeah, so there's a little bit of history. I never really had to go through that transitioning, like natural hair period, because my hair's just always been natural, you know. But I did have a lot of chemical damage in high school because I decided I wanted to dye my hair blonde. So I'm gonna try to insert pictures throughout this video. They're kind of embarrassing. My hair looked a hot mess. I looked a hot mess. But I just want you guys to see, like, my hair has not always been long. It has not always been healthy. That's for sure. I was at one point blonde, and when I went blonde, I was like 15, actually I was 16, I think. I was 16 years old, of course, like not rational. I wanted it blonde then. I didn't want to like slowly lighten my hair. I wanted blonde hair that day. So of course I got it bleached, and I think they use like developer or whatever they use, like the chemicals they use to brighten your hair. So I got it bleached, got developer put in it, and it was fried, y'all. Like, y'all can probably tell in the pictures, but my hair was fried. My curls were like non-existent. It was more like frizzy when I wanted to wear my hair natural, which, like I said, I didn't have a perm or a relaxer. So like half and half, I would get my hair straightened, and half of the time I would just have to wear it like curly. So my curls were non-existent at this point. They were gone. My hair ends were breaking off because even though I was getting it straightened, I wasn't getting my hair trimmed because back then I wanted length. I wanted length and I wanted blonde. So I was like, no, I don't want it trimmed because it's taking away from my length. So it wasn't about health for me. I didn't start getting about healthy hair until college, but yeah. So in high school, my hair was just disgusting, honestly. And it grew out. It grew out. I eventually let the blonde grow out, and I cut it off. I dyed my hair sophomore year, and by the end of junior year, because I have to tell you guys, my hair grows pretty fast. It's grown faster now that I'm taking care of it, but even back then my hair just grows pretty fast. So my hair grew out till about maybe here-ish, like collarbone length, as far as like my roots had grown out that much by the end of my junior year, and I cut it. I cut all the blonde off for the most part. I might have had a little bit of blonde left, but I cut all my blonde off for the most part. Curls came back. Curls were beautiful senior year. My hair was growing. Hair was prospering at this point. Barely had any dye left in my hair. I was basically starting over because I realized my hair sucked. Like, my hair when it was blonde, it sucked and it looked nasty. So I cut all of that off. My hair was flourishing, guys. It had gotten really long. However, since it was senior year, you know, there's prom, there's homecoming, there's senior pictures, all of these different events. And for me, I was playing tennis, so we had like a senior day for our tennis team, which all of these times I was straightening my hair. So even though my hair was doing a lot better because I didn't have that harsh dye chemical in it, it was still being like fried. to a point where my ends just looked really bad. Like curly would look nice, but like when I straightened it, by the end of senior year, my hair was just fried. So before graduation, like literally 2 days before graduation, and I'm so glad it turned out good, because if it would have turned out bad, that was very crazy of me to do. But 2 days before graduation, I cut my hair. And this is the shortest my hair has ever been in my entire life. I cut my hair into a bob. And it was like an inverted bob, so, you know, longest to the front, shortest to the back. And when I tell you guys, my hair barely in the back came to my neck. It was like really short. So I cut it all off. I was like, you know what, for graduation, I want a new look. You know, my hair is completely healthy now because I cut all those fried ends off. It's all my hair, like it's no chemical processing as far as dyes or anything. It was just virgin hair, like my virgin hair. And it was beautiful, y'all. It was nice and thick and full and short. I really loved that cut. So since I cut my hair for graduation, I'm obviously going into college, I had that shortcut as well. And I came across a friend of mine whose hair used to be beautiful, like straightened. It was gorgeous. And I asked her who did her hair. And she told me the lady's name. If you guys are in the New Orleans or West Bank area and you want to know who does my hair, please message me or like send me an email, something separate, because I don't want to put like her business just on the internet. But if you guys want to go to her and you're like in the area, message me, email me separately, and I will let you know who it is that still does my hair to this day. But anyway, so I went to her and she was natural herself, and that was like an automatic, I feel more comfortable, because the girl that did my hair initially, that bleached my hair in high school, like wasn't natural. She didn't really necessarily care about the health of my hair, so I was really concerned with the health of my hair at that point. But I still wanted to look cute, you know, I still wanted to get it straightened from time to time. So I went to her and I told her I wanted it straightened and I wanted some color, but I didn't want to go super light this time because I didn't want to bleach it again and I didn't want to damage it. And she knew exactly like where I was coming from and knew that I wanted to keep my hair healthy. We went like a copper color. It was beautiful, y'all, and that was like, having that experience, knowing I can put color in my hair and it still be healthy, was so awesome. So yeah, so that was like the beginning, I guess, of me growing out my hair, because ever since that bob cut, I haven't cut my hair since. So basically, to get into the tips, because I know I kind of just rambled, I just kind of wanted to give you guys a backstory. So I basically went into my freshman year of college with like a bob, maybe that was about here, and dyed hair. Obviously right now it's black. I dyed it black, and it's super healthy. My hair is the healthiest it's ever been, and I'm about to tell you why right now. So my first tip for if you want to grow long but healthy hair is to limit the heat you put on your hair. When I tell you guys, this was the biggest change I had ever made. I straightened my hair like crazy throughout high school, but in college, one, it was expensive. Two, I don't know, I just was really embracing my natural hair and my curls more, so I felt like I didn't necessarily need my hair straightened for every event anymore. I liked my curls for events at that point. So I was straightening it less. I would say honestly, and you guys may think I'm crazy, especially if you are like me, but I would advise you to try not to straighten your hair more than like 2 to 3 times a year. And that really worked for me. I would straighten my hair usually for like my birthday, and then I would straighten it for Christmas. Y'all, it grew like crazy. My curls were beautiful. And it was just like hair I almost felt like I've never seen before. I was like, wow, where has this hair been my whole life? But it was just because this hair, like my hair wasn't being damaged anymore. It wasn't being constantly exposed to heat that was like denaturing it. So it was wonderful, guys. I really stress to you guys not to put heat in your hair if you're trying to grow your hair, or if you just want your hair to be healthier. Please don't put heat. My second tip is to trim your hair every single time you straighten it. And so for me, obviously, I only straighten my hair twice a year, so I trimmed it twice twice a year. Some people want to trim their hair more, that's fine. For me, just knowing my ends and knowing my own hair, 2 times a year was enough for me. Like I felt like I was just in like due for a trim at those times. If you feel like your ends split a little faster, or if you feel your ends don't split very much, then you may trim less. But I would at least advise you to trim once to twice a year. And that helped as well, because that helps keep your ends healthy, because it's not really about the root. Like your hair is going to grow, but in order to retain length, you got to keep these healthy, and to keep these healthy, you got to keep them trimmed, because the more split ends you have, the more breakage you'll have. So I didn't realize that until college and just getting into hair health and just my overall health. The third tip for you guys is, especially if you're natural and you have curly hair or like just any kind of textured hair, so that means wavy, curly, coily, kinky, whatever you want to call it, texture to your hair, keep it moisturized, guys, because we have more of a texture and more of a curl going down our hair strands. Moisture has a harder time traveling all the way to the ends. So it's very important that, especially when our hair is in its natural state, so curly state, we have the whole hair shaft moisturized, especially our ends, because like I said, it's hard. That's why your roots tend to feel like more moisturized or oily, as some people want to call it, because here your oils from your scalp like saturate the hair just fine, but it's harder, especially when it's your hair is like doing this ringlet pattern, to get all the way down the strand. So you want to make sure you're moisturizing your ends very, very frequently when you have curly hair. And just in case you're wondering what I use, I deep condition my hair maybe twice a month. I honestly my goal is to like get to the point where I deep condition it once every week, but just with my schedule, guys, it's really, really hard for me to stick to that. But I try at least twice a month. And my favorite deep conditioner at the moment, and for a while, for years now, is this Jamaican Black Castor Oil Strengthen and Restore Treatment Mask by Shea Moisture, which I'm sure you guys, especially my naturalistas out there, know about or have heard of at least. Get your hands on it. Get your hands on it, especially for like after, like right now, since my hair is straight, going from straight to curly, this makes my curls come alive again, because it has a little bit of protein in it, if I remember right. And basically protein just gives your hair that extra oomph and like basically snaps your curls back whenever you need it. So yeah, it has a little bit of protein in it, which is great for your hair. Obviously too much protein is not good, so I would not recommend like using this more than once a week. But this is some good stuff. Like, it keeps my hair moisturized. Y'all, when I rinse this out, I'm gonna have to do a curly hair routine for y'all one day if y'all want it, because when bomb. This is bomb. It's worth the money. Second, when I'm not using that and my hair is curly, or even like whenever I wash my hair, I use this conditioner. And I use this conditioner like between washes, so even if I'm not using shampoo, I still use this like usually when I wet my hair. And I really focus it on my scalp, and just kind of let it run through my ends when I'm rinsing it, or like when I'm massaging it in. And that's because this has tea tree oil in it. This is from Trader Joe's. I'm not sure if you guys see it when I'm holding it up, but if not, I'll just put like a close-up of it. But this is Trader Joe's Tea Tree Tingle Conditioner, and it basically has a heck of a lot of tea tree oil in here, and you're gonna feel it. Like when this is on your scalp is like tingling, like it's crazy. It feels like your scalp is like wide open. Every air particle is like hitting your scalp. Is crazy, but it feels really good to me. And I think the important part about this is that it stimulates your scalp, and scalp stimulation helps your hair to grow more from the root. So if you're struggling with hair growth, I don't really struggle as much, because like I said, my hair does just naturally grow pretty quickly when I'm taking care of it, of course. But if you find that your hair is growing a little bit slower and you're not getting the length you want fast enough, I would suggest doing this a few times a week, rubbing it on your scalp and just really stimulating your scalp, because your scalp is basically what's pumping out your hair, you know. When I'm like actually styling my hair, This is like one of my favorites right now. I have a lot of leave-ins that I like, but just for the simplicity of this video and I don't want it to be too long, I just picked up one that I just took out one that I really like, and this is the double buttercream by As I Am. First of all, this smells amazing. Like I've gotten complimented on the way I smell when I didn't have perfume on, but I had this in my hair. So yeah, people like smell it and they're like, "Ooh, you smell really good." Like, this is good. But besides that, it's super moisturizing, super thick. Let me see if you can see. It's super thick, like super thick. As you can see, it's not like moving or running out. Super thick and creamy. A little goes a long way because this stuff is a little pricey, but like I said, a little bit goes a long way. You do not need much of this. Like, this little jar may look small, but I usually get at least 4 to 5 uses out of these little jars. So worth the money. I love this stuff. Last thing, this is a shampoo, and you might say, hey, why are you putting a shampoo in like where you're talking about moisture? And this is because although I don't really look for shampoos that are sulfate free, because it just depends on you. Some people are going to hate me for saying this, but sulfates don't bother my hair. I'm sorry, it doesn't. Like, I don't see the difference in my hair. If you use sulfate free, I use sulfate. I've never seen that make a difference for my hair. Some people's hair is super sensitive, and yeah, but sulfates, I don't mind. But moisturizing shampoo or shampoos with moisturizing ingredients, that makes a difference for my hair because I tend to have drier hair. So this Suave, which is something I purchased recently, it's almond and shea butter, and it's actually called a moisturizing shampoo, and it's basically just it's really for dry hair. And this, y'all, leaves my hair shiny. Like, sometimes I forget that I didn't put moisturizer or like conditioner in my hair yet, like my leave-in, not my leave-in, my washout conditioner, because my hair already feels so soft when I rinse this out. And y'all, if y'all are natural or just any girl in general, you know that sometimes shampoo can leave your hair feeling so dry and brittle, but this makes my hair feel so buttery smooth and soft. So I definitely recommend this just to keep that moisture locked in your hair, but get it a good wash, because I love like when my hair feels clean as well, and I love like sudsy shampoos, and this is a sudsy shampoo, but it makes my hair so moisturized. Highly recommend this. 10 out of 10. Also cheap, by the way, also cheap. My fourth point is to keep your hair like in minimal like styles. So don't try to braid your hair all the time or like try to just manipulate your hair all the time. The less you have to put your hands in your hair, the better. So whether that's a wash and go that you only do once a week, or a bun that you do like, you know, that you redo or so every few days, like minimal, guys, minimal. Like, I see a lot of girls, you know, putting the videos of them doing the different styles with their curly hair, and that's fine. But if you do that every day, like constantly putting your fingers and manipulating your hair, you're gonna get a little bit of breakage. And I find that the more I leave my hair alone, the more buns I put my hair in, the more I just have a wash and go and just let it be. Like, don't touch it much, the better. Like, guys, don't touch your hair. That's all. Like, don't keep your fingers in your hair. Don't always like play through it, even though it's so tempting, especially when it's all fresh and you just want to always, you know, twirl your curls with your fingers. I used to do that all the time and always have breakage on my fingers. So just try not to touch your hair. Like, do it and leave it alone. That's my like another big tip. I just don't touch my hair. One, because I don't have the time to be doing my hair every day, so I usually put in a bun and then redo the bun a couple times a week. So that's what works for me. But I wouldn't get your hair braided all the time, even though braids are a protective style. Getting your hair, especially if you're getting it like braided every week, as far as just braiding your hair, that can be a lot for your hair. Like, your hair, you know, take care of it like it's a baby. Don't rough it around too much, you know. So don't touch your hair too much. So my fifth tip is like a combination. So change your lifestyle up. And when I say that, eat healthier. I don't take any vitamins or supplements for hair growth. Like, I've never taken biotin. I'm never taking like just any of those gummy vitamins for your hair. I've never taken any supplements, but I do try to eat pretty healthy. One, I'm trying to just live a healthier lifestyle because I'm trying to lose a few and like just get in a better, healthier life. So I've been eating a lot of fish. Fish is really good. A lot of good fats like avocado. Obviously protein is really good for your hair to keep it nice and strong. Not too, I mean, carbs don't really affect your hair. I'm not sure how carbs affect your hair, but I know I personally eat like a lot of wheat and a lot of whole grains when I eat my carbs. I try not to eat like white carbs, but I know that protein and fats really are good for your hair as far as keeping it strong and keeping it shiny. So I would include a lot of like healthy fats, protein in your diet. So fish is great. Avocado, great. If you want to use avocado also just to put in your hair, I know people make avocado mask all the time. Look it up on YouTube. I heard it's been great too. I've been wanting to try it. I haven't tried it yet, but that's also great. Also with lifestyle, tie your hair up at night. Get a bonnet. I have this huge bonnet, but I would avoid like cotton pillowcases or linen pillowcases because they're not great for your hair. They suck the moisture out. So you want to just keep pillowcases or things on your hair that keep your moisture in. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Those are the 5 things I've done to get my hair pretty long and healthy. Remember, it's not about length. If you take care of the health of your hair, it will grow. Some people's hair grows faster than others, so I can't guarantee you like how long it'll take to get your hair a certain length, but I can guarantee you that if you take care of it, it will grow. You will see a length change. Just to summarize, 5 things. No heat. Keep your hair trimmed. Keep your hair moisturized. Try not to touch your hair too much. I know it can be hard when you want to look cute, but try not to put your hands in your hair too much. And just change your lifestyle. Eat better. Take better care of your hair as far as like your sleep hygiene, so silk pillowcases, what have you. But the least the better, honestly, for me. The least you do to your hair, the better it is as far as like health wise. But yeah, I hope this video helped someone. I know when I was trying to learn about the health of my hair, I looked at videos like this all the time. So I really hope this helped you guys, and I hope you guys are having a great day, night, or whatever time of day it is when you're watching this. So yeah, guys, I'll insert some videos at the end of like just my hair from different angles in case you're curious, because I think the camera cuts it off a little bit. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.
You got demons, I got drama, we both got triggers. I hate drama, I'm embarrassed, I'm in shock. Here wide open and that don't stop. And I watch your demons cause me trauma. Now I'm triggered, all this drama, you're embarrassed.